Howdy and welcome back. I was just thinking the other day about communication, and I saw this thing on communication skills. I never really thought about it, but they call it a skill because it takes work. And if you look up communication skills, there's a lot involved. And I kind of understand now why it's hard to interact with people communicating wise, because usually people are talking at you, or they are not saying much that's deep, like, hey, how's it going, or what's up, and I don't know what kind of response you give to that. But communication skills is the ability to convey information and interact with others effectively. So it's work. Communication's not easy. It's, especially in a relationship, either business or personal or a friendship, there's things like nonverbal communication. So body language, facial expressions, the tone of voice. They said you can't text sarcasm, but we all read it into sarcasm. You can't fake it. That's just who we are. But being able to respond to the body language someone is putting out, if they're being stern or they're doing this, or, if they're using their hands a lot, if they're posturing, that can tell you a whole lot about what they're feeling. I learned a lot about this when I was selling cars. They sent me to a body language class so you could read customers. You could see if they came up and, your arms were all crossed like that, if they were open to you, if they, did one of these, hey, what's going on? You could read different things and know if you should approach or you should just go, hey, if you need any help, let me know, and then move on. And that's where active listening comes in, paying close attention to what someone is saying and processing it. So it's like our parents always said, put your mind in motion before you put your mouth in motion. No, put your mind in gear, before you put your mouth in motion. So you should listen to what people say, and think about it, and then respond. Don't react, respond. Verbal communication is being able to have a conversation and present ideas. Written communication, being able to convey information clearly through writing, being able to look at what you're reading, look at what you're saying, before you say it. Sometimes it can be really dangerous when you just spout out, and being empathetic, being able to understand and share feelings with others, but not being, it's like I was told going to a funeral and saying, oh, I understand how you feel when you've never lost anyone. That's not empathy. Being sincere, being real, just being there. Sometimes not saying anything is the best thing to say. Confidence, believing in what you are saying and showing credibility. People can tell from a mile away if you don't know what you're saying, factually. I've been in the trades, and you always have that, I was an electrician and I'm wiring something up, and someone always says, well, my Uncle Joe could do that. It's like, yeah, okay, but would it work? People, when I was laying flooring and electrical especially, I had done it enough to where I was confident to where people could say anything. And I didn't let it affect me. I didn't go, oh, gee, am I doing this wrong? Am I doing that wrong? Inside my head, and start doubting me. I knew, because of my experience, they gave me the confidence to do what I was doing. The same now when I'm cleaning floors, people call me and say, hey, my floor's, the cat peed on it, and then there's this and that. And I clean a lot of rentals that are just you'd be surprised what people live in. And I used to, be worried about it, but I've done so much. I haven't run into anything pretty much that I can't take care of. And that's being confident. I exude that. That's why my business is pretty successful, I feel. Another part of communication skills are public speaking, which being able to share ideas and influence others. Public speaking is a skill. Most people can't speak in public confidently. They're shy. They're, they like me, they get befuddled in my head, and I can't think of the point I'm trying to get across. I know it's there. It's on the tip of my tongue, but it's a good skill to acquire. Friendliness, being honest, kind, open-minded to others, helps people understand you. Attacking someone, being aggressive when you're trying to get a point across, being loud. That's what my teachers used to say when I was in school. It was like, it's not that you talk more than anybody else, you're just louder than everybody else. And I think it was just the fact that I felt that I wasn't getting my point across even as a kid. So I just, got louder and louder, and you know how that works. Other kinds of communication skills, which I am horrible at, is like remembering names. They tell you to try to, make some kind of rhyme with it or something to make it trigger in your head. Hey buddy, hey dude, hey pal. I can't remember names. Using eye contact, very, very important. You don't want to stare at people, but you don't want to be, oh yeah, I'm really interested in what you're saying. It's really important to me. Yeah. You want to be able to look them in the eyes, but not, in a freaky way, or not. You just want to show them that you're paying attention, that you're listening to them. Asking open-ended questions, ones you can get a response to. Matching body language and voice tone, I feel, is kind of difficult, because if you don't know body language, it's kind of, you could send the wrong signal. If you're ever interested and you're in sales, take a body language course. You will become a much better salesman, just because you can read most people, and you can make a lot of positive impacts from your body language, from not getting into people's spaces, to not offending someone by just your stance, crossing your arms, crossing your legs, leaning, there's all those things transmit to other people. They can read that, even if they don't understand it, they can still give you a response, even if it's involuntary. Try to give compliments, but sincere ones. People can read you. You know what I mean. I don't have to explain that much. Be clear and concise. Yeah, be clear and concise. Don't beat around the bush. Get to the point. Try to smile. I have a terrible smile. I have no teeth when I smile. So I'm not a really good smiler. But, if you have a good smile, use it. And if you don't have a good smile, just make sure it doesn't look weird and you get all creepy and stuff. And avoid interrupting. Nothing is worse than sitting with someone and having them cut you off when you're trying to make a point. It should be like tennis. You get your shot, they get their shot. You get your shot, they get their shot. It's give people a chance. Breathe. Don't. And this is all from experience. I've been in sales. I've had my own companies where you interact with customers on a daily basis. It's stuff you learn. But that's really important, because if you start interrupting people, they give up. They'll shut down. They won't be interested in talking to you anymore. So what I get out of all this is we all communicate, but to communicate properly, it takes skill. Skill is like any job. You know, it takes training. It takes practice. You know, it's not something you just pick up instantly and start with, talking. So practice it. And hopefully it'll make your life a lot smoother. But that's all I had today to pass on. If you like this, I appreciate you hit the like button, subscribe, share it, tell your friends, and leave a comment. Thanks again for stopping by. See ya.